Welcome back to the YouTube TV Super Bowl pre-kick show. Here's how it was way back when in what is now retroactively known as Super Bowl I, January 15th, 1967. The Packers and the Chiefs, a few more participants these days. And we'll go to the stadium public address announcer again. Here's Alan Roach.
Please welcome the captains from the 49ers and Chiefs. And tonight's referee, Bill Vinovich. In honor of the NFL's 100th season and the 75th anniversary of the end of World War II, we are joined tonight by an extraordinary group of men. 4 decorated World War II veterans, all of whom are 100 years old. Please welcome tonight's honorary captains. Corporal Sidney Walton, who fought bravely in the CBI Theater. Recipient of 3 Bronze Stars, Staff Sergeant Odon Cardenas. Recipient of a Silver and Bronze Star, Lieutenant Colonel Samuel Lombardo. Recipient of the Distinguished Flying Cross with 2 Oak Clusters and a Bronze Star, Colonel Charles E. McGee. Presenting the coin tonight, member of the famed Tuskegee Airmen, Colonel McGee.
Bring it in, gentlemen. Gentlemen, congratulations, and welcome to Super Bowl 54, the championship game of the National Football League centennial season. I have a commemorative coin. The 100 is heads. The Super Bowl logo is tails. San Francisco, you are the visitors. What is your call?
Tails.
He's called tails. It is tails.
Defer.
San Francisco has deferred. You want the ball? You want the ball? Hold on. You want the ball? Which way do you want to kick? You got it. San Francisco, excuse me, Kansas City will receive in the first half. Good luck, gentlemen.
Good luck.
Bill Vinovich jumping in there, making sure we have no uncertainty after the call was made to defer. There's 5G, then there's Verizon 5G. Verizon brought their 5G ultra-wideband network to 17 NFL stadiums this season. Hard Rock Stadium is one of them, and we're about to kick off the first Super Bowl featuring 5G ultra-wideband. We're about to kick it off, marching toward that opening kickoff. These teams ready to roll here in Miami. Glad you're with us on Fox.
Come on, guys!
Ooh-wee. Take it to the house, kid.
Where's he going?
Take it to the house, kid.
Take it to the house, kid!
Big boys always trying to show off. Let them get their little shot.
Hey, guys!
Take it to the house, kid.
Hey, take it to the house, kid.
Take those to the car. Give him a tip, will you, Joe? Yeah, give him a tip, all right.
Hey, Christian!
Take it to the house!
Hey, Nigel! Sorry, Julian. Nice kick, Harley! What up, Jerry?
What?
Hey, Drew!
to the city, kid.
You know what to do.
Well, what a great moment. Yet another one, and absolute chills for me watching that video and watching that young man and those kids come onto the field here in Miami.
Really good stuff. Great work by P.T. Navarro putting that together. That was awesome.
And now we welcome in Mike Pereira, our rules expert. And, you know, when we talked to Kyle Shanahan, Mike, he said, I think at least 3 times in 20 minutes how worried he is about the Chiefs' defensive holding. And that's something, you know, that he's worried in a Super Bowl they're not going to call that much.
Well, he should be, because the Chiefs led the league with 21 defensive holding penalties, 17 against their corners. The thought is the officials will call it once but won't keep calling it. But I don't see it. I don't see it. They haven't been called for a hold or illegal contact throughout the whole postseason. So I think we're going to see a pretty clean game.
Spanish language broadcast available tonight on Fox Deportes. Remember, San Francisco won the toss. They defer. We'll see that high-octane offense of the Chiefs to begin this Super Bowl. Hardman will bring it out of the end zone. A Pro Bowl returner, and he's out across the 25. A return of 29 yards where Jimmy Ward brings him down. You know, when people ask me, as I know they've asked you, Troy, over the last 2 weeks, who do you like in this game? I said, well, you know, you look at San Francisco's defense and you think, man, they can just smother any offense. But then there's Patrick Mahomes, and he can flat out take over a game.
Yes, he can, and he has shown. I mean, he has the ability to throw the football from anywhere on the field. The last 2 playoff games, he has become a running threat as well. So it will be important to hold him within the pocket.
Here's a little pitch to Williams running to his right. A nice pickup on first down as Drake Greenlaw, the rookie linebacker, brings him down after a gain of 7.
Well, you always come into a game as a quarterback and kind of wonder how the game's going to be called. Andy Reid, they started off with a easy little pitch by Patrick Mahomes. This is an offense that does not run the ball a lot on first and second down, but try to settle Patrick Mahomes in early. I would expect some high completion passes here in the early part of this drive.
On second down, this one was knocked away. Getting a hand on it was Nick Bosa, the rookie, the Pro Bowler, and a guy who is everywhere for the 49ers.
Yes, and this will be a matchup worth keeping an eye on throughout the ball game. Nick Bosa, I've got to believe he lines up on both sides, but he's going to line up to the offensive right and work against Derek Fisher. He has shown that he struggles at times against that bull rush. He's able to get his hand there and then force a third down. This one incomplete
for Damian Williams, and it's 3 and out to start the game for Kansas City. The top third down offense in the NFL come up short on 2nd and 3rd and 3.
It's a good design. They're going to try to run a pick because the 49ers are in man coverage. And if Patrick Mahomes is able to hit him in stride, now you're one-on-one on Fred Warner. So nice work by San Francisco in forcing a 3 and out to start this game.
Dustin Colquitt, 2-time Pro Bowl punter. Hits it high for Richie James, and he muffed it, able to get back on top of it. As Byron Pringle was the first guy downfield after this 50-yard punt, and almost an uh-oh moment here early in Super Bowl 54.
Yeah, I mean, nerves are showing themselves here in the early going.
Richie James Jr., who did not fumble any of his returns during the regular season, returning punts and kicks, puts one on the ground but gets it back to set up San Francisco at their own 18. They run it with Coleman to the right. Well played by the Chiefs defense, as Nadi was the first guy there, and he wasn't alone. A loss of 1. 28-year-old Jimmy Garoppolo, who has just gone 23-5 overall as a starter, as you see, 21-5 with San Francisco. Has not had to do a whole lot this postseason. Threw it 19 times against the Vikings, only 8 times against Green Bay in the NFC Championship game. Play action, Kittle, the big tight end, close to first down yardage, and it looks like they're going to give him enough, and they will, for a first down, a gain of 11.
Well, you got to be disciplined on defense for Kansas City. Daniel Sorensen, he's out there. He's lined up out there with Kittle, but he's got his eyes in the backfield. And he's looking back in here, and as he does that off of that play action, it gets Kittle right out there in the flat. An easy completion for Garoppolo to kind of settle in, and a first down 49ers.
Third-year head coach Kyle Shanahan calling the plays for this 49er offense. Here's a little toss to Deebo Samuel over the right side. Big play. Still going. And the rookie picks up 32.
Well, they're in a 2-deep shell to start with, so they're going to be a little bit short. But you've got Deebo Samuel, who's going to come across here. He's going to get the toss. You see outside that Frank Clark, he's got to contain. He gets caught a little bit inside. Then you've got the kick out in the lead block out in front with Mike McGlinchey, and just a great executed play, well designed. Big play.
Deebo Samuel led all NFL wide receivers during the regular season in rush yards. He gets 32 there. He's a rookie. Here is a handoff to Coleman. And this offensive line is going to work for San Francisco as Tevin Coleman, coming off that dislocated right shoulder he suffered in the champ game, gets 7.
I'll tell you what, Joe, right now Kansas City, they are playing more of a 2-deep look on first down. Every first down on this possession, they have gone 2-deep looks, and Garoppolo has the ability to check things. Kyle Shanahan checking that out, seeing what they're doing, and they've gashed them. You know, with those runs, they're going to get them out of that in a hurry if they continue to run the football the way they have here.
We saw first-year defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo trying to come up with an answer fast. Here is a handoff to Coleman. He gets a yard. And so third down and a couple coming up for the 49ers. The number 4 total offense during the regular season, and this offensive line was so good, and we probably didn't give them enough credit for what they did against the Packers defense.
No, they have really come on. The last 6 games of the regular season, of course, what they've done in the postseason. Right now, depending on what happens here, Joe, I've got to believe Kyle Shanahan is regarding this right now as 4-down territory.
Mostert in the ball game. Here's another toss to Samuel. Looks like he wants to throw. Instead, he'll just pick it up with his legs. First down, San Francisco, and a gain of 7 as Anthony Hitchens made the stop, and the impressive drive continues for Kyle Shanahan.
Well, they were definitely going to throw it, but watch Derek Nottie. They were going to come back to Jimmy Garoppolo on the throwback. And Nottie, he recognizes it. He gets out there. Is he going to be able to make a play? I don't know, but good enough for Deebo Samuel to tuck it and then go and pick up the first down. Good decision on his part.
He's a big-bodied wide receiver, 215 pounds. Any way they can, they want to put it in his hands. They've done it twice.
Couple trick plays already by Shanahan on this opening drive.
Heavy pressure. Pass is caught by Mostert, and he is swallowed up immediately by Mike Pinnell. A gain of 2. Troy, this defense got better and better as the season went on. They are missing a couple of big pieces, including their rookie free safety Juan Thornhill, who went down week 17 with a torn ACL.
Yeah, and that was fairly significant, although Daniel Sorensen, he has stepped in, a guy who was a starter a couple of years ago, and here he is back here, and he's done a good job in the 2 postseason games. But you're right, they have shown improvement, coming off one of their best performances, if not their best performance in the AFC Championship game.
Here's a throw to Samuel. Nothing there. Kittle's block taken care of by the Kansas City defense as Bashaud Breeland got through and made the stop. A loss of 2.
A really great job by Bashaud Breeland in being physical and playing through the block. The throw a little bit high, so he's not able to catch that on the move.
And now 3rd down and 10 as Jeff Wilson checks in for the first time in the game.
Here's Frank Clark at the top. He's been on a tear.
Penalty flags, free play, pass is dropped by Wilson. They like him catching it out of the backfield. Hasn't been active since week 15. No activity in the postseason, dropped it. But it looked like Passanio came across early.
Offside. Defense number 55. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 3rd down.
They say that it was Frank Clark, but Passanio right there.
Yeah, right there. He slides inside, and number 92, and he's had a nice couple games also here in the postseason, and now they make it a more manageable 3rd and 5. You bring up a good point, Joe, with the running back Jeff Wilson. He's not as fast as the others that they have, but he gives them the best opportunity of coming out of the backfield and being a receiving threat, and that's an advantage for the 49ers against a linebacking core in Kansas City that's not great cover guys.
3rd down and 5. Good protection for Garoppolo, and the pass is incomplete. Looked like it was tipped. Damian Wilson may have gotten a hand on it to bring up 4th down.
Well, Steve Spagnuolo, you're going to double up George Kittle. You're going to get underneath him and take him away in that situation. 3rd and 5, and Garoppolo has to go elsewhere. That's immediately where he was looking to go. And so Kansas City, although 49ers able to put together a pretty good drive, they're at least able to make a stop, and that's going to be a key. Both these offenses come into this game in the postseason having played well in the red zone.
Robbie Gould from 38. First points of the game belong to the 49ers. Kansas City went 3 and out. San Francisco got into field goal range, and the vet Robbie Gould knocked it through. Just underway in Super Bowl 54.
These guys can't move the ball against us. Let's do the job on it, baby. Come on, Lenny. Pump it in there, baby. Just keep trickulating the ball down the field, boys. We keep scoring that pressure on, putting the coal in the fire. Yes, sir, boys. Woo!
The great Hank Stram, the Hall of Famer, the late great Hank Stram.
That never gets old, does it?
It just doesn't. And I got to know Hank early on in my life. He was my dad's radio broadcast partner on Monday Night Football on CBS Radio, and that was Hank.
You got good Hank stories.
No, I got good Hank stories. Save those for the post game. Let's look how things have changed since Super Bowl IV. It was the '69 season, January of 1970. The average ticket price is it's a little more steep. Cost of a 30-second commercial, a lot more steep. Halftime act, and then the play-by-play guys.
How about that? The more things change, the more they stay the same. Congratulations, pal. I know that's meaningful to you, as it should be, and awesome to be working alongside you tonight.
Thank you, buddy. It is to my mom. I know that. From the 25, Mahomes out to his right, finds Tyreek Hill, and he gets 9. Take a look at the defense for San Francisco. The Chiefs now have opened every game this postseason with a 3-and-out. That was against Houston, then against Tennessee. And we look at this defense that held Kansas City to a 3-and-out. First time they had the football. Damian Williams cuts back, gets a first down. Bosa with the stop, a gain of 2.
You know, this offense, Joe, for Kansas City, we talk about once Patrick Mahomes came back off of the injury. They played good, but not as well as they'd played early in the season. A lot of changes, too, along that offensive line. A lot of injuries, 5 to 6 different offensive line combinations. They were finally able to settle in. Same 5 starters now the last 5 games, and that's made a difference.
Mahomes slings it. Tyreek Hill makes a move, gets a couple of extra yards as he got away from Richard Sherman. And a gain of 8 as K'Wan Williams eventually made the stop.
Well, you've got Tyreek Hill out there, and we all know no one on the field can run with him. And you've got Sherman out there one-on-one, so he's certainly going to guard against him running by him. But the key in this game really for both defenses is going to be the ability to limit the yards after the catch. Both of them throughout the year have been outstanding in that area.
Second down and 2. Mahomes backpedaling as he throws high for Williams. 3rd and 2. Penalty flag on the play on the far side of the field. We'll get the call from Bill Vinovich, working his 2nd Super Bowl.
Piece this thing together, Joe, but it looked to me like they had illegal man downfield. It's, you know, they run that read option, and when it's not handed off and the ball doesn't come out on time, you're going to...
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense number 72. Penalties decline. Result of the play. 3rd down.
So they get Eric Fisher. Penalties decline to bring up 3rd down.
Kelsey, he's coming across. He's trying to help secure in the fact that if Mahomes does keep it, they got Fisher being downfield.
Now 3rd down and 2, and the handoff for the first down to Damian Williams. So the 49ers declined the penalty, and on 3rd and short, a gain of 5. Kansas City went 12-4. They won the AFC West. Patrick Mahomes, the 3rd player in NFL history to win an MVP award, which he did last year, and make a Super Bowl over his first 3 seasons, joining Marino and Warner. And they overcame 10-plus point deficits in both postseason games so far. Quick throw, pass caught. That's Kelsey. He gets 9. Jaquaski Tart downfield to make the stop.
Well, the play action in the backfield holds Fred Warner. It keeps him from being able to get over there to make the play on this throw. Watch what the action in the backfield does, and then that creates the little lane there to get it in there to Travis Kelsey. And so for an offense that doesn't run the ball really all that well, they're awfully good in their play action passing. It proves the theory that you don't have to be a great running team to have a great play action game.
Here's Williams, another first down and more. Down inside the 30 where Sherman makes the stop and a gain of 15.
Well, you get movement like this on Sheldon Day, the defensive tackle. The push that the Chiefs are able to get on him, he just completely gets wiped out. They're in the middle of the field, and it opens up a heck of a lane for Damian Williams.
Chiefs started this game with LaShawn McCoy not active, so Darwin Thompson is the backup to Williams, and he's in there now. The rookie from Utah State. Riddle toss to Hill. Makes a move, and Warner doesn't bite. Forced out of bounds after a gain of 4. The Pepsi Super Bowl 54 halftime show is coming up right here on Fox. Second down and 6 in what has been a fast-paced first quarter here in Miami, under 4 to go.
Yeah, I like what Andy Reid, though, has done here on this drive. He's balanced up the run pass, and he's been able to hit him a couple times with the running game.
Free play on second down. Pass is caught. Kelsey makes a move inside the 15. Earl Mitchell came across early, and on this free play they get 11.
Offside.
Well, you see Emmanuel Mosley.
Penalties decline. Result of the play. First down.
That's the challenge in trying to cover a guy like Travis Kelsey. Even though you have a corner on him, a big physical guy at 6'5", 260, he's able to get physical at the top of the route, create separation. The 49ers, because Patrick Mahomes held the count, he's able to see exactly that pressure coming off the edge. He knew he had one-on-one with Travis Kelsey.
On first down, Mahomes brought down. Buckner was there, joined by Earl Mitchell in a loss of 1.
Well, they take care of Hill on the back end. They run 4 cross zone, and they're just making sure that they're going to make him throw it underneath and then come up and rally and make the play. But the pass rush this time is able to get home. Sherman on Kelsey right here.
Mahomes slings it high and incomplete for Hill. Had to change the arm angle, and Mahomes is an expert at that, but could not complete it to Tyreek Hill.
Well, I think if you look at this, Joe, and just like Kansas City, even though the 49ers were able to move the football, they force a field goal. I think it's going to be that type of game. The 49ers will be happy if they give up yardage, and all Kansas City has to show for it is 3 points at the end of these drives.
12th play of this drive. It's covered 5.5 minutes. Third and 11. Mahomes will try to run and get it. Ball gets knocked out. He had picked up first down yardage. The ball went out of bounds on the hit by Jimmy Ward, and we'll see where they put it. And Ward is down. We'll see where the ball is spotted as Jimmy Ward is checked by the medical staff for San Francisco. Back after this. Jimmy Ward is okay. Popped up, jogged over to the sideline. Here's the collision. Mahomes had the first down, but with this hit, and it was a big hit right on the football, he lost the first down yardage. So it's 4th down and 1, and Troy, after initially sending Harrison Butker out to try the field goal, Andy Reid's going to go for it.
Yeah, and I will tell you, San Francisco defensively, they are the best in the NFL in stopping teams on 3rd and 4th and 1. We'll see what happens here, but yes, when they had the kicking team out to settle for the field goal, was a little surprised by that.
A shift and a direct snap. It's Williams. He is short of the touchdown, but a first down, as Damian Williams gets 4. Right now ruled short of breaking the plane of the goal line, and a good call.
Real good call. So Andy Reid, he pulls a little trick play out of his own. You got Mahomes, and that move there on the shift then gives free access for Williams in order to get the snap from center. And he just hit it right up the gut.
Now first and goal. From just inside the 1. Here's the rookie. And driving. No signal yet. They're going to mark him short. That's Darwin Thompson, who had 1 rushing touchdown all season and had only 1 carry this postseason before this Super Bowl.
Yeah, most of his carries came towards the end of the season, and a lot of trust right there for the rookie down there in a Super Bowl on the goal line. A lot of bodies. Everybody's reaching for the football.
Now second and goal. Mahomes looking to flip, takes it in for the touchdown.
Well, the action in the backfield as Mahomes pivots around. Jaquaski Tart, he's kind of in no man's land at that point. The linebackers were out of position, and if he tries to come up and take Mahomes, he pitches it out. It's a walk-in either way. That's a great job. Good decision by Andy Reid going forward on 4th down and capitalizing and coming away with a touchdown.
No team, no head coach went for it fewer times this regular season on 4th down than Andy Reid, just 10 times. But he goes for it here, down by 3 in the Super Bowl. It leads to the touchdown and a 4-point lead. Patrick Mahomes has been the Chiefs' leading rusher this postseason. He's been doing it all, thrilling those fans watching back in Kansas City. Chiefs up 7-3. Patrick Mahomes, a star of the postseason, the reigning MVP in the National Football League, and trying to win the Chiefs their first Super Bowl in 50 years. Takes it in from a yard out, capping a 15-play, 75-yard drive, almost 7.5 minutes on the clock. Richie James waits for the kick from Butker. He won't touch it. Chris Myers, pretty big hit put on Patrick Mahomes by Jimmy Ward.
Yeah, Joe, and afterwards he came over to the Chiefs sideline and they were fired up. Mahomes, who on that 3rd down hit did not receive any medical attention, but he told his teammates, and I'm paraphrasing here, we can handle this. Let's stay tough. And even heads turned on some of the defensive players on this sideline, and it appeared his toughness in that moment had something to do, or at least influence the team going for it on 4th and the eventual touchdown.
Yeah, Chris, he played through that early ankle injury, then dislocated his kneecap in that game on a Thursday night in Denver, Week 7. Missed only 2 games. From the 25, now trailing by 4. 49ers throw with Garoppolo, and finding a hole in this defense downfield, Emmanuel Sanders.
Well, we've seen Kansas City. They've run the 2 deep on early downs on the first couple possessions. Now they go single high. They're going to start creeping up, trying to play that run game. Now off of play action, you see that nice window there that Jimmy Garoppolo has, and that is a good feeling for a quarterback when you come off of that look and you've got that kind of room to fit it in there.
7-3 ball game in Super Bowl 54 after 1. Fox Super Bowl Sunday returns after this from your local Fox station. Part of the 2020 Pro Football Hall of Fame class. Great moment live on the air when our own Jimmy Johnson, and then the day before on CBS, Bill Cowher, were told that they were going in. Steve Atwater not pictured there, but you saw Isaac Bruce, Steve Hutchinson, Edgerrin James, Troy Polamalu joining us here at Super Bowl 54 in Miami. First down after that completion. To Emmanuel Sanders. Play action here. Samuel makes the catch, makes a move, and then runs right into Breland, who delivers a solid hit and a loss of 2. Good play.
Yeah, great play. He's had a couple of those now already here in the early going. To be able to come up and make a hit like that, it looked like they had him initially right away, but he makes a move, and then Breland finishes him off. But, you know, what we're seeing, Joe, is because of the running game that San Francisco started to put together. Now Kansas City started to tighten things up a little bit, and if that continues here real soon, I would expect to see some kind of shot by San Francisco. But here they're second and long.
Garoppolo able to stay upright. Breland is there for Kansas City. And the interception. First turnover of the game. Rashad Breland, who made that previous play. Heavy pressure by Chris Jones. And then the hit by Mike Pennell. The pick by Breland. We're going to give you a look at Rashad Breland as he was making his way out of bounds. Just able to secure the interception. The toes on the left foot was down, the right foot clearly, and then he stepped out. They reviewed it, looked at it, said the pick was good. Kansas City starts at its own 44. Mahomes for Watkins, found a hole inside the 30. Completion of 28 yards.
Well, Sammy Watkins comes all the way across. K'Wan Williams, I'm not so sure if he's supposed to carry that or not, but he gets caught kind of looking on the swing route to his side that holds him there with the back, and it allows Mahomes then to just drop it in to a wide open Sammy Watkins.
Ball start. Offense number 76. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Let's go back to that completion to Sammy Watkins.
Well, go back and show the interception. Chris Jones here in the middle. He's able to get past Mike Person. No help by Raheem Mostert, who's right there in the backfield. That's why he was there. But it was Pennell who put the hit on him, and that's the throw. Garoppolo's just merely trying to get it out and avoid a sack, but that's the play that pops up every now and then with Garoppolo that is a big concern and obviously a big change of momentum.
15th interception for Garoppolo over the regular season and postseason. Now more movement. Solomon Thomas came across. Was he drawn across? 49ers could get those 5 yards right back.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 94. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Yeah, he's cueing the center. Like when the center moved his head, he's a little anxious, and then he gets called in the neutral zone.
So back to 1st and 10. Hardman makes the catch right off the top of the turf, and Drake Greenlaw out there as 2 rookies go at it, a gain of just 1.
Both those rookies, they've had nice seasons. You know, you look at Drake Greenlaw, and he came in with the injury to Quan Alexander, and as far as McCole Hardman goes, he's been awfully dynamic. He made the Pro Bowl as a return guy. We know what kind of speed he has, and he's got a really bright future.
2nd down and 9. Handoff here to Damian Williams. And with Bosa making the tackle, a gain of 5.
You know, it has been interesting. What we've seen from Kansas City is them being willing to run the football. And the 49ers, they've had issues at times this season being able to play the run. They have felt when they've had to stop the run, they've been able to do that. they're okay with that, I can promise you. The focus for them is not giving up the big plays and also coming up with key stops down at this end of the field.
Third down and 4. Mahomes over the middle. Pass is caught. Ball is out. They're going to call Watkins down, but he's short of the first down. Emmanuel Mosley made the sure-handed tackle. And now another decision upcoming for Andy Reid. He's gone for it once on 4th down. It'll be 4th and 1 again.
It's a great job by Emmanuel Mosley coming up and making a play, and I think this is a good decision by Andy Reid down here. He's already made it once. Let's see if he decides to run the football again.
Williams on the pitch. First down. The Chiefs have not run a quarterback sneak since that game in Denver when Patrick Mahomes had his kneecap dislocated. Out of the shotgun, he pitches it to Williams, and an easy pickup.
Well, they're in man coverage out here to the right with Jaquiski Tart on Kelsey, and so once they commit to playing Mahomes, they've got him now a couple times to where they haven't handled that part of it when they've come up with the option play, someone for the quarterback, someone for the pitch man.
On first down, Mahomes floats it. End zone. It's not there. A lot of contact with Greenlaw in coverage on Damian Williams.
Yeah, I'm with you, Joe. I from here, it sure looked like, maybe a flag was going to be thrown. Dre Greenlaw there, 57, the rookie we were talking about just moments ago. And nope, that's not so bad from that angle. It didn't look like there was much.
Williams didn't have his head around looking for that throw from Mahomes. 2nd down and 10.
And that happens a fair amount with those two guys. You see it over and over where Mahomes is ready to throw it and Williams doesn't have his head around looking for it.
Here's Williams on the carry. Survived one hit. Turns it into a positive play. A gain of 3, so 3rd down upcoming again. DeForest Buckner made that stop.
That's a big play right here. You've got 3rd and 7. Trying to come up and make a play and limit this drive to just 3 points. And it's not a big blitzing defense, but Robert Saleh, he will bring it at times. And when he brings it, they're usually pretty effective. They're up here right now.
On 3rd down, pass broken up. And well played by the 49er defense. That was Tarvarius Moore who met Darwin Thompson right when the ball was there, and that was excellent work by the 2nd-year pro from Southern Miss.
Yes, it was, and you're going to see the move then in the middle. Fred Warner comes around, a 5-man rush, so Saleh does bring the pressure, and he forces Mahomes to get the ball out quick, and then a heck of a play there by Moore.
31-yard try by Butker, who has hit 12 straight. Snap a bit high, but no issue for Dustin Colquitt to get it down and on its end. Butker knocks it through. Robert Saleh pumped up as his defense makes that stop. Chiefs get 3 off the turnover, lead by 7. Well, Andy Reid, the man on the left, has more victories as a head coach in this league without a championship than anybody else. Andy has been the head coach for 365 games in his NFL career. This number 366, will it be the one where he and the Chiefs win it all? Richie James on the return to the 20, and that's it. Dorian O'Daniel made the tackle, a gain of 13 on the return. Drive starts at the 20. Tonight's Super Bowl features several 5G firsts from Verizon, including the first time a 5G-enabled wireless camera will be used to deliver live shots of the game. There's 5G then there's Verizon 5G.
Joe, you look at this first half, hard to believe. The 49ers have only had 2 possessions. They've run just 12 plays here in this first half. It's a very important drive right now for them.
Handoff here is to Mostert, and he doesn't get much. The hero of the champ game had 220 rush yards and 4 touchdowns as Hitchens and Noddy combine on the stop, and that's his first carry with 9 minutes left in the half.
Yeah, the 49ers, they've just not been able to get the running game going. The reason it looks even halfway decent is because of Deebo Samuel with a 32-yard run. Otherwise, they've been bottled up pretty good. So this Kansas City defense picking right up where they left off in that AFC Championship game against Derrick Henry and the Titans.
Held Henry to 69 rush yards. After he dominated the Patriots and the Ravens, here's a toss. Mostert running left, looking for a lane. And a nice gain on 2nd and 9. We'll see where they mark him out. Looks like enough for a first down. And it is.
Well, that's some good blocking. All these wide receivers. This time, Kendrick Bourne, he's able to help get the edge and get him on the outside. Kendrick Bourne, 84, he goes in motion, and then he comes up, of course, Kittle. And you see the job that they do. There's a lot of bodies over there, and these receivers, Kyle Shanahan's made it clear, if you're not willing to block, you're not going to play.
Here's a little push pass to Samuel. Another big run by the rookie. Tyrann Mathieu on the stop after a carry of 16 yards. And it will go down as a pass, but a strong run after the catch by Deebo Samuel nonetheless.
Yeah, and Samuel, Raheem Mostert, he's the lead blocker on that. So he's serving in the Kyle Juszczyk role. And then, of course, Kittle, look at the job he does on Sorensen. He just knocks him right out of the frame. That's, you know, when you try to settle down a quarterback after throwing an interception, come back with the running game, and even with overloaded fronts. Again, on this look right now, the 49ers have been able to come up with some pretty good runs.
Here's a handoff to Mostert. Nice cut upfield, and he's got 10+. Breland on the tackle. But Raheem Mostert, undrafted out of Purdue on his 7th team in the NFL, and he has finally found traction with the 49ers, and the Packers had no answer for him 2 Sundays ago.
No, you're right. I mean, he was kind of everywhere and doing so much, and he's been a nice story, of course. And then Tevin Coleman, he's the guy, a little bit more of the thumper. And they got the thumper in the lineup now with Kittle at fullback.
Quick snap, handoff to Coleman. Nice run, Tevin Coleman, down near the 25. A carry of 17 yards, and the ground game is starting to work for the 49ers.
That's that power game inside by San Francisco, and right now this offensive line, these backs are rolling, and we've seen it so many times. Kyle Shanahan, when he feels like he's got a hot hand and they're moving people like they are right now, he doesn't get away from it very often.
This drive, 4 runs in that one pass. It was basically a run on that push pass to Deebo Samuel. Garoppolo keeps, throws, good catch. Samuel, first down. Boy, that kid is tough.
They come back with the read option, and once the linebacker flows, then Samuel, he's got to beat Breland. You're counting on that part of it, but then there's no underneath coverage, and Deebo Samuel, he's developed into a nice receiver also. We're talking about McCole Hardman for the Kansas City Chiefs. Deebo Samuel's essentially become their #1 guy. Heck, he was the leading receiver with just 5 catches in the postseason after the 2 games coming into this one.
Garoppolo keeps, play action, pass is caught. Juszczyk, touchdown.
Juszczyk has proven that he can do it all. He shows that they're going to block play action, Daniel Sorensen's coverage, and that's not bad coverage. I mean, he's right in his hip pocket, and you got to put the ball in the perfect position. He makes the play, able to keep his feet, and then go get in the end zone. This guy's a heck of a football player.
Gold. 10-10. Garoppolo coming off the interception, just found his 5th different receiver of the ball game. He's got his young head coach pumped up. He's got a touchdown to the fullback Juszczyk. And we've got a tie in Miami. Welcome back. Aerial coverage provided by Michelob Ultra Pure Gold. Fun start to this one, 10-10 with 5:05 left in the first half. 7-play touchdown drive. Last 5 plays of that 7-play drive all covered 10 or more yards. Hardman, dangerous returner for Kansas City. Gets a chance, gets to the 20, and that is it. Elijah Lee on the stop. Kyle Juszczyk has the first 49er touchdown of this Super Bowl. Aaron Andrews, he's been fun to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. And this 49er sideline just absolutely erupted after he scored that touchdown. Juice, as they call him. He lines up at tight end, halfback, wide receiver, is one of the best blockers in the game. Kyle Shanahan says he's been able to handle it. He thinks because of the Harvard education, but he's also a heck of a football player, guys.
Yeah, Aaron, and I guess kind of fitting. I mean, he's one of these unselfish players that the 49ers have on offense, and he gets the first touchdown.
Hey, after that return, McCole Hardman, he's getting looked to. He came off pretty sore.
Mahomes. Damian Williams makes the move, and then out of bounds with a catch and run of about 10. Quan Alexander, the one who whiffed on that tackle, as they are checking McCole Hardman after that big hit by Elijah Lee on the left arm.
Yeah, and that's what it appeared that they were checking, Joe. But as soon as he got to the sidelines walking off, he was bent over a couple times. Trainer immediately went to him, and he's been over there with him on the sideline ever since.
That's the pick the Chiefs got when they traded Dee Ford to San Francisco. He's up at the top of the defensive formation. Here's a pass complete. That's tight end Blake Bell. He gets 9, maybe 9.5. Mosley on the stop. The Pepsi Super Bowl 54 halftime show is coming up right here on Fox. It'll be 2nd down and 1. And there is the former Kansas City Chief, Dee Ford. First-round pick by KC in 2014. Hand off. Williams cut back for the first down. If you don't know by now, here's more on Patrick Mahomes. His dad, Pat, played 11 seasons in Major League Baseball. Patrick was selected by the Tigers in the 2014 Major League Baseball draft. 87 touchdown passes in his 35 career starts. That's an NFL record as he moved ahead of local hero and NFL hero Dan Marino in that category.
What a pleasure he is to sit and visit with. Totally unaffected by all of his success. MVP in his first season to be the starter, and his second leads his team all the way to the Super Bowl.
Pass is caught by Hill, left alone, goes backward and gets about 10. We'll see where they mark him. 9.5-yard gain as Jimmy Ward made the stop, and now they creep the ball forward.
Well, that's the speed right there by Tyreek Hill. Emmanuel Mosley, he's up there playing tight coverage, but once Hill gets going vertical, he's going to have those kinds of throws in one-on-one because you're so scared to death about getting beat. As long as he uses that to his advantage like he does on that route, no chance. Right now, you got Richard Sherman with no help.
Delayed handoff. Williams, after the spot was favorable for Hill for 10 yards and a first down, a gain of 2 here on first down with a carry by the 6-year running back Damian Williams, former Dolphin. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Kansas City with the ball inside 49er territory in a 10-10 ball game. 2 minutes left in the half. Two minutes left in the half. Kansas City with a second down. And the ball sitting at the 49ers 46. Hardman had to retreat. Nowhere to go, and a loss on the play. On 2nd down and 8, a loss of 6. Well played by this 49er defense up front and with the secondary.
Eric Armstead, 91, who had a great season, and because he forces Hardman to bubble over the top of that, he's not able to get to the edge before the linebackers got there. Otherwise, he had a chance. A really nice play that won't show up in the stat sheet. Gets the Kansas City Chiefs to 3rd and a mile.
1 for 5 on 3rd downs. The top 3rd down offense in the league this year. 3rd and 14. Mahomes, screen, Williams, swallowed up on Kansas City's side of midfield. Jaquiski Tartt making that play for the 49ers. He was not alone, and Robert Saleh happy with the effort by his group.
Pretty good stop right there, and San Francisco not using a timeout. They're letting the clock run. They're going to preserve all 3, but just a great defensive stop. They rally to the football and make a play to force the punt.
From Dustin Colquitt, who is trying to earn the 4th Super Bowl ring in the Colquitt family. Younger brother Britton has one with Denver back in 2015, and his dad Craig won 2 with the Steelers in the 70s. That is into the end zone. Good effort made by Byron Pringle, but he could not keep it alive. 59 seconds left in the half. 3 timeouts for the 49ers. They'll start at their 20, tied at 10. Coming up, it's the Masked Singer halftime report. He's not going to be one of the Masked Singers, I can tell you that with total certainty. And the Pepsi Super Bowl 54 halftime show with Kurt, Terry, Howie, Michael, and Jimmy. They'll be on the set down on the field. Plenty to talk about. Last time the 49ers, Troy, had the ball, Steve Spagnuolo, the defensive coordinator for the Chiefs, had guys up at the line of scrimmage trying to stop the run, but San Francisco still ran it.
Yeah, they did. Interesting decision by Kyle Shanahan not electing to use a timeout. They would have had a minute and 30, minute and 35 seconds with 2 timeouts. And had they have done it, instead, they held all 3, but just 59 seconds.
Here's Mostert as they start on the ground, and not much. A gain of 3 on 1st down. Kendall Fuller came in to make the tackle, and John Lynch was up in the luxury suite hoping for the timeout.
Well, the Kansas City Chiefs, on the other hand, they're not using a timeout either. Thinking maybe they could get the ball again. Right now, it just seems like Kyle is pretty content with a 10-10 tie.
Well, it sure does feel that way as Mostert carries. 3rd down coming up. And timeout is taken after a 2-yard gain. 3rd down coming up for San Francisco. We compare the 2 quarterbacks here tonight. The numbers. Kansas City just took a timeout on defense. They have 2 left. There's just 20 seconds left in the 1st half. 3rd down and 5 for San Francisco. Pass is caught. That's Wilson out of the backfield. And now the ball's sitting at the 45, but just 14 seconds remain as timeout is taken by the 49ers.
Well, that's what Jeff Wilson was going to bring. That's why he was active. He's out of the backfield. He's going to run an angle route. And see, it's a good job. He gets underneath there. You've got the linebacker who's running out thinking he's going to the flat, and he puts his foot in the ground and comes back across. H-post is what they call that route. It's a big play, but a lot of time elapsed without calling that timeout before the Kansas City Chiefs punted, and now they don't have much time to work with.
Yeah, just 14 seconds, the 2 timeouts. 49ers get the ball to start the second half. Are they able to get anything done here in a 10-10 game before the break? Garoppolo, sideline. Kittle, what a throw and catch! And a flag flies.
They might get Kittle, Joe. It looked to me like Kittle got a push, and that's what they're indicating. He creates the separation at the top of this route. He's working against Daniel Sorensen.
Pass interference.
Right.
Offense number 85. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
And when you extend your arm out, that's what the official sees. So you extend your arm. How much of a push is there? Well, there's enough, because he can't impede then on the ball, and that's a good call.
Mike Pereira, do you agree that that was offensive pass interference?
I certainly do, and Troy is right. Look at the first one was not the extended arm, but the second one wasn't. And if that creates separation, moves the defender back, then that's what the back judge is looking for. He had the clear look, the right angle, and makes the right call.
That eliminates a 42-yard completion to Kittle and likely a halftime lead. And this one's going to be 10-10 at the half. And for just the 4th time ever, as we play here in Super Bowl 54, we have a tie game at the half. 10-10. Stay tuned for the Masked Singer halftime report and the Pepsi Super Bowl 54 halftime show coming up after this from your local Fox station.